often contributes to stat lines, triple doubles. At Oklahoma City, he had a quadruple double because he had 10 turnovers. He restricted himself to only 4 last night. You can live with that, but at the key moment of the game, you cannot live with that because you're down 2 at that point. You have a chance to tie. I don't know. I don't think he knew what he was going to do. How many times have we seen him go up in the air without a plan? It's what they teach you in church league basketball. When you're a little kid, you can't leave your feet with no plan. You have to have an idea of where you're going, or you're going to turn the basketball over. I think he didn't know what he was going to do, and he forgot to take the basketball along for the ride. And it's a kill. It tears the heart out of the team because the team just says, what are we doing? We had him. We got a semi-break going. Carmelo's waving for the basketball. Avery Bradley's in the far corner. He's got a wide open 3. You cash it. If you cash it, you probably are going to win the game. Okay, now we get to the defensive lapse. And this is on an inbounds play by the Thunder. And I don't know what Russ is doing because he doesn't know what he's doing. But on the inbounds, he chases Shai Gilgeous.
But where is he going, Skip?
I don't know. It's a triple team on Shai Gilgeous. It's a triple team.
No, but Mike Muscala, Austin Reeves is coming to do
they're all coming. I got it. He came to triple, which is crazy. You lost your head. You lost your perspective on what was going on in the game. You just lost it. You played completely out of control on defense, and you left Lou Dort wide open for a dunk. And to Shai's credit, he's 6'5", and he got up over the defense and threw a jump pass because he is really good. He is a fine young player.
And I think that was the problem last night, Skip. They got Avery Bradley, but Avery Bradley is so small, he was just, backing him down, shooting over the top of him. Russ is not a defender, so he was having his way with whomever they put on him.
Oh, God. Okay, so you get one last hurrah. You get one last chance. And guess who your point guard is? It's Russell Westbrook.
You know good where that ball wasn't going in, Skip.
And once he gets a hold of it, it's just, I'm up, I'm going up. And they were running a play to get Carmelo loose at the top of the circle, and he just jacks it. And obviously, as you said, nobody in the crowd thought it was going in.
No.
Nobody. I don't think Russ thought it was going in, and it bricked. It's a West brick. And what did Coach Vogel say after the game? Not good enough. This is the first time he has directed his criticism publicly right at Russell Westbrook. We want to get a better shot than that, said Coach Vogel. We were trying to get Melo to the top of the floor, but the spacing wasn't great. It's just, he's saying, I didn't want that shot, and guess who? Bull in China shop just said, this is who I am. This is what I do. I'm going to take this shot. And by the way, he had made 3 of 5 at that point from 3, which is like crazy hot by his standards.
Yeah, a bunch of them was like, Skip, they was meaningless. They was in the process of when they built this 19-point lead. So the thing is, that's one thing. We've seen guys make spectacular catches in the first and second quarter. But when you need that, Skip, on third down, you need a play to keep the drive alive. All of a sudden, whoop, 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 they're bobbling the ball. A routine catch. And that's the problem, Skip. You look at Russ, they're like, man, Russ had 27. It took him 23 shots.
You got it.
That's the problem.
Thank you.
He's so inefficient.
Thank you.
He's so ball dominant.
He is the opposite of Kevin Durant, right?
Well,
flip side. Flip side.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's night and day different.
Yep.
And it's just hard to overcome this, Skip, because a lot of times he'll just come down, Skip, and just shoot a shot just because. There's no reason for him to take a shot with 5 men back and it's a 1-on-5. There's no reason.
I'm Russell Westbrook. I'm an MVP. I've averaged triple doubles for the last 5 years.
And the worst thing that can happen is for him to see a couple of shots going early, because now you at his mercy. Because especially with no Bron, because Bron, there's Skip. But here's the thing, and I also Frank Vogel, you're not without blame here. Why in the hell would you take Russ and AD off the court for almost 3 minutes in a ball game when you have nobody that can? Rondo is just a shell of himself. Sometimes
really?
I think.
Oh,
but Skip, here's
I didn't know you were down on Rondo.
Here's the thing.
Because I was so up on Rondo last year, and then I told you I can't find Rondo when he's with the Clippers.
Here's the thing. Rondo is gone how many games with coach's decision DNP? And then all of a sudden, he's thrust into the lineup. So he's slipping all over the place.
Good point.
He's throwing balls all over the place. So either you're going to let him play, even if you only give him 5 to 6 minutes a night, you can't have a guy miss 3-4 games and then all of a sudden have him come in and expect him to play to the level that you're accustomed to him playing at.
Yep. Okay. So I'm going to say this one more time. And I always liked Austin Reeves because I watch a lot of Oklahoma basketball. But he's an undrafted rookie, and they have fallen in love with him because, remember, LeBron blessed him before the season started and said, he's got that dog in him. What's your nickname for him? I can't remember.
Oh, Hillbilly Kobe?
Hillbilly Kobe.
Oh, Hillbilly Kobe. He liked it. You saw them threes he hit.
I think that's a little blasphemous, but I can't even start there. But he is a tough-minded kid.
Yeah, he is, Skip.
And he was only a 34% three-point shooter in college, but he'll take and make big shots.
Yeah.
He's got guts. And he plays hard on defense, and they think they've found the new Caruso, right?
Thank you.
Okay. He played all 12 minutes. He's the only Laker, the undrafted free agent rookie, the only Laker to play all 12 minutes of the fourth quarter was Austin Reeves, and he was a -11, which was the worst on the floor of anybody on his team or the other team, right? -11, not good enough. I think you're going to have to rethink that a little bit.
Well, Skip, the thing is, and look at it. I've never seen a stat line like this. Derek Favors didn't score a point, but he was plus 15 in the fourth quarter because he does other things. I mean, but, you know, Russ was 1 of 5. He's 2 of 4, 4 of 4 from the free throw line. That one turnover was costly. And that was the only time they turned the ball over in the fourth quarter, Skip. They had one turnover. They shot 29% from the floor. They shot 33% from the three. They was perfect from the free throw line.
Okay.
But you let the opposing team shoot 53% from the floor. 50% from three.
They did 6 of 12 they made.
So what do you think is going to happen if you're struggling to put the ball in the basket? They're not struggling to put the ball in the basket. You're going to lose.
35-24 visiting team in the fourth quarter, including an 11-0 run when you guys were up 9, and they go on an 11-0 run. It's not acceptable.
No.
They're the Oklahoma City Thunder. They have one really nice player. Shai Gilgeous in the fourth quarter, it goes 3 of 3, 2 of 2 from 3, has 4 assists and 11 points. And he just said, Russ, I got you.
Right.
And he got it.
You
got him good.
Now you have a greater appreciation for what LeBron did in the fourth quarter. Now, you can talk about, oh, he missed those 2 shots, but I guarantee you LeBron James brings this game home. You know that, I know that. Because guess who?
I would hope so against a team that's lost 6 other games.
But Skip, you would like to think that AD and Russ is more than enough. This is why you get Russ.
We're talking first ballot Hall of Famers. I assume Melo's going to be a first ballot, right? I know it's the
he's a 75th anniversary player.
That's what I'm saying. I would hope he is. Okay, so my point is, you think Dwight's like a slam dunk Hall of Famer.
Absolutely.
Okay, well, they're all contributing here. And you blow a 19-point lead and a 9-point lead with 9:42 left. It's just something is very wrong. And guess who's about to be on the hot seat? Because you have to.
Frank Vogel.
You got to blame somebody. Somebody's got to be the scapegoat for the GOAT.
Right.
And again, as long as the GOAT was out of harm's way last night, quote unquote, he doesn't. Obviously, he's blameless for what happened. But now the pressure escalates for him to come back and save the day.
The thing is, Skip, is that we all talked about this, and you made the joke like LeBron reached out to the commissioner and got these easy games early. But you get these games earlier, games that everybody would have penciled in and say you're going to win these games, because I don't think any of these teams that they've lost to is going to be challenging for playoff spots in the Western Conference.
And remember, 12 of 15, the first 15 are at home.
At home. And you have 2 games. You had 2 games against OKC. You got 2 games against the Spurs. You would have thought.
And 2 against Houston.
Yeah. You would have thought, Skip, at 9 games, at worst case scenario, what, they're 7-2, 8-1? They're 5-4.
5-4. And by the way, the schedule continues to bless you. You get Oklahoma City twice more before the first of the year.
Yeah.
So you're going to play them 4 times before the calendar turns.
Yes.
Wow. And you haven't taken any advantage of that yet.
You get Minnesota. So these games that you should be stockpiling these easy wins, because you know the Houstons, the Nets, the Warriors, the teams of that caliber, the Nuggets, and some of these teams in the Eastern Conference, the Milwaukees, the Bulls. The Bulls, what we thought, like, the Bulls not going to be an easy win, Skip. DeMar DeRozan's playing extremely well. Zach LaVine, we know he was an all-star. It's just disappointing, their defense. They did it. What are they, Skip? What is this team? Because the previous 2 years, they were outstanding a defensive team. They're trash defensively right now. They score plenty.
They're ranked 17th right now, and they were top 3 the last 2 years.
2 years. Yeah. 1 year they won it. I mean, right now, everybody's talking about they're going to lose in the first round. They're in the play-in. They're going to be in the play-in. 530, 538 or 635 or whatever that website was, they might have been on to something.
Maybe. I thought, bottom line, that last night was Westbrook's revenge game, his retribution game against Oklahoma City in his house, his new house in Staples. And he got off to that kind of start. I thought, here they go. And AD was just unstoppable.
But, Skip, if you remember, Skip, it was a very similar situation with AD and OKC. Remember, he made his first 6 shots out there. And I was like, okay, yeah, we gonna. And then I was like, you know what? 19, I'm like, they're about to lose this game again because now it's 4 at the half. What was a commanding lead, now this team has. Skip, you got to give a team like OKC, you got to give them a reason to say, you know what, it ain't our night tonight, let's pack it in. Hey, coach, start playing a bunch of random guys.
I know.
All of a sudden, 19 is the 4, and they go in the locker room talking, hey, guys, we got a chance. Remember, we've been here before. Remember last time they were up 26, and we came back.
It's starting to look like these bad teams have no fear of the Lakers.
Of course not. When Goat ain't there, of course they don't have any fear.
Maybe when Goat is there.
No.
Well, Goat was there against Houston, and they took it to the last shot.
No. But we brought it home.
Well, did you bring it home?
We brought it home.
All right, guys, we'll get back to the Lakers in just a bit, but we've got the latest on OBJ's status with the Browns. Could he be out of Cleveland in the next few hours? And will Dak and the boys be ready this Sunday when Shannon's team comes to town?